Hello, everybody, and welcome back to BrokeN Boys. This is episode 245. I'm Mike,
And I'm Colin.
and
Yeah.
oh, were you gonna say something?
Yeah. No, I was just kidding. This was just saying, and yeah.
And we will be talking about we'll be doing a little artist analysis, talking about the album discography of the legendary trio Black Midi, one of my favorite artists, and looking forward to talking more details about that. We'll be going through their album discography, but before we get to that, Mr. Colin, how was your week? I hope it was better than last week.
I mean, it was fine.
All right. That's better than last week.
It's first week without a car. Oh well, no,
right.
Second week without a car. First week without really owning a car.
Mm-hmm.
Really, yeah. And it was nothing. It didn't feel weird at all. Like we were able to go out, and a lot of the time people and friends are lovely, and I love my friends who have cars and who are generous enough to take us around to where we need to be,
for sure.
But other than that, it's okay. Work. Last Saturday was fine. It was pretty busy, but whatever. Sunday, however, was bad. Sunday was bad. Because to the college football team scored a point or something, which
scored 1
do you
point.
know what that means? You know what that means? Free Big Macs. Oh God, dude. It's nonstop.
Like just like oh God. Just like free period? Like does that have to be part
free
of a meal?
Free with a purchase, I think.
Okay, but still, that's
Free with any purchase. So you get you can get a small drink and a free Big Mac.
Oh.
I mean,
yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Fuck me. It was busy all day.
Mm-hmm.
There was maybe a lull in the busyness like once.
Oof.
In the entire 7 hours I was there. It was no bueno. I'll tell you what. It's happened before, but this time we were pretty severely understaffed for it.
Yeah.
So that wasn't super poggers.
Yeah.
But
that was not Poggers Central, if I say so.
But yeah, that was bad. So if you took part in that, if you got a free Big Mac, I hate you forever.
Fuck you, dear viewer.
Another bad thing happened on Monday when we were informed by our coworker, who was informed by one of our managers, that a manager that we all like very much, in the middle of the night, go into Monday morning, house caught flame.
Oh shit!
Yeah, burnt down. And they were transferred to a hospital with their son in like a city, about an hour and a half away from here, just for the critical care unit, whatever.
Jesus.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah,
lost everything. But what it was very heartwarming was I think her niece or nephew started a GoFundMe. Which as of right now is at like $24,000 donated.
Wow.
So that's really good. That's really uplifting. But yeah, just hoping the best for her.
Yeah.
It was really, we all love her, and it was like just like a kind of slap in the face to like, God damn, that's wild.
Yeah, that's scary.
It is. But that wasn't great. But the rest of the work week was just without her. We've had a shortage in managers, so
Mm-hmm.
we had one come in from another store yesterday, and boy oh boy, when managers come into our store who don't usually work at our store, they act like they are the shit, man. I'll tell you
Yeah.
what, they think, oh well, this is my store now, and then you're gonna do it the way I do it. You're gonna do what I say when I say it and how I say it. And it's like, boy,
Yeah.
you can tell she was just like a bootlicker. And like, we keep waters up on this uh little thing for the people in the kitchen so they can drink water because it's hot back there.
Yeah.
And the big boss had a problem with it and was like, you can't keep water up there, you can't keep water up there. And um our GM was like, okay, all right. But then one of my coworkers talked to our GM and was like, hey, it's hot back here. We need water and we can't count on people to get us water when we need it because it's busy. And our GM was like, okay, he yielded and he was like, well, I'm just gonna let you guys have water.
Mm.
And then this person came in from another store and was like, so the big boss said that you can't have water up there. You're just gonna let him have water up there. I thought he said you can't have water up there, and a manager that works there in the mornings every day was like, "Yeah, but this conversation happened, and you know it's hot back there, and water is good."
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Okay, so we're just gonna disregard anything that the big boss says, huh? Okay, I
Yep.
see." And I was like, "You're, I hate you."
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it was also, it was fairly busy yesterday. Our Thursdays have been pretty busy for some reason. But it was just like it was pretty busy, and I was on headset up front taking orders and making drinks and stuff. And it was, a lot of people were ordering special drinks, frappes, and shakes and stuff because that's what people love to do in the
Yeah.
morning. Um, and my hands are full with drinks, and she's like, "You can only let the headset ring twice." Only twice. And I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, I'll just drop these drinks on the ground.
I don't know
Like,
why that just like reminds me of like a loading screen in a video game that like tells you like the most obvious like tip or something. You can only let it ring twice or something.
yeah.
It's
And
so
it's just like,
weird.
God. And it's like these people that just come in and like, help us. They're here to help us, but they make it their goal in life to fucking
Yeah.
take everything that we know and are used to and turn it on its head. And that's not how you're supposed to do it. This is how you're supposed to do it. Even if they're only there for a fucking couple hours.
Yeah.
Um, so that's
I feel like this is like a
but
universal like chain restaurant like thing.
yeah,
Just like
I'm sure it
those
is.
managers that do that because that happened to me all the time at like Little Caesars when I was there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just like, God, I hate you.
Yeah.
But otherwise the work week was just pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I played some games, playing more Ghost of Yote. It's really good. I'm really bad at it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because I decided to challenge myself with a harder game
Oh, that's right.
difficulty than
Yeah.
I would usually go with off the bat. And man, those boss fights are pretty difficult if you don't have good parrying time.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, but it's still great. The story's really good. The combat's really fun. It's just I'm very bad at video games.
Well,
Um,
that proves that's a good game that you're like sucking at it, but you're still loving
yes,
it.
yes. It's not like a Soulsborne game where I'm like, I know people love those games and they're very, everybody gushes about them, but I prefer a good story over atmosphere, I guess, and
Yeah.
that kind of
Mechanics and shit.
that yeah.
Yeah.
So, and those games don't have a really easy story to follow, so if I
No, they
don't
do
have
not.
that, if I don't have that and it's just hard to be hard, I'm like, I cannot do this.
Yeah.
Um, but that's good.
Yeah.
Dispatch is really good. If I can just gush about this game for a little while,
Go
it
for
is
it.
fantastic. The um it's people. I've talked about it since I've been playing it, but it's people that uh, were a part of the Telltale game
Mm-hmm.
uh, uh, team, and they broke off to do their own thing, and they went on to make this. This is their first game. They've sold 1 million copies
Oh
in the
wow.
last couple weeks since it's been out.
Oh yeah.
It's got big names: Aaron Paul, Jeffrey Wright, all the big
Charles White.
Charles White, Sean
Yeah.
McLaughlin. All these big names, big voice actors:
Yeah.
Matthew Mercer, Travis Willingham, Laura Bailey. Like all these people, they're associated with Critical Role, which is another big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're on their bullshit, and this is their first game, and they fucking and the story is fantastic. I love the choices. I love the chemistry with everybody. The writing is so good. Like it's just a banger.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't like I didn't realize how much I missed or liked these like choice based games, like Telltale games.
Mm-hmm.
Because I played one of the seasons of The Walking Dead. I think it was the bad one.
This
The third
was you
one.
played season 3? Oh man,
Yeah.
dude.
And I liked it back in the day.
Yeah.
Um, but like the choice based stuff is really fun, and it really adds a lot of like just a lot of like intrigue to the
Mm-hmm.
story. And I love that a lot, and they're doing a great job. And I think their next project is something set in the Critical Role like
Oh
world,
shit. That's
which is
awesome.
so cool.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, this game rules. If you can catch this game, either if you want to pay the $30 that it is, or catch it on sale, I would highly recommend it. Really fucking good. Um,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
the voice acting is great.
gonna add that to my wish list now.
Yes,
Maybe
I
that
highly.
maybe that'll be my next foray after Cyberpunk.
Yes, it's a good. It'll all be out um by next Wednesday. So
Oh, the entire
um
thing? Oh shit.
yeah,
Nice. I knew
it's
it was
been
I knew it was episodic, but like I didn't know it was like
mhm.
it was coming out that quickly.
Yeah, it's been 2 episodes a week since it came out. So
Oh wow.
uh, yeah, and the next week is the last two. So
Nice.
uh it's really damn good. Like Aaron Paul is a great voice actor. We saw
Oh
that
yeah.
with Invincible
Hmm.
at first. So um it's great. But yeah, go play that game. I caught it on sale. Like they had like it released. Here's a sale on Steam. It was only like 23 instead of 30. So
Ah.
I caught that, and that's why
Is
I
it
was so
like
fast to buy it.
you have to buy the individual episodes, don't you? Or is that not?
No, you just buy it. You just buy it and it
Oh,
releases, and
nice.
then
Okay.
yeah,
That's different from the
um,
Telltale games. I think you had to buy each of those
yeah,
episodes, so that's a good change.
it is.
Yes.
Um, yeah, but that's really good. I highly recommend it. Go play Dispatch. Good.
Oh yeah.
Um, I watched a couple things on Monday night. I was in a movie watching mood, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to knock out some 2025 releases that I have yet to see.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I watched first. I think they're both A24. I watched Warfare,
Oh, nice.
um, which is based on a true story. It's like set in I think it's Iraq. Um, but it's like this. I honestly couldn't tell you what the reason that these soldiers were in Iraq. Just it was 2006, and they were trying to fight Al Qaeda or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, whatever pointless war was going on in the Middle East at that time. Um, but like it's got um Joseph Quinn plays
Oh yeah.
Eddie in Stranger Things and Human Torch in the new Fantastic Four. It's got James Gandolfini's son, who's James Gandolfini was the main character in The Sopranos, but it's got his son
Mm.
who's been in like Daredevil Born Again and a bunch of other things. He's really good. And it's got what's his name? He was he's in Guardians 3. He's Adam Warlock in Guardians 3. He's
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Will something? Will Poulter? Is that
Will
him?
Poulter.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Wow, good job, Mike.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
honestly
he's
surprised I pulled that one out.
he's really good in it as well. Um, but the movie was fine. The acting was really good. The suspense was really good. Some of the effects were good, but it all really takes place in this one Iraqi family's house where these soldiers are just like camping and keeping an eye out
Mm-hmm.
for something. Honestly, it said like what they were doing at the beginning of the movie, but the rest of it was just like they're stuck in this house, and then a bunch of Iraqi like people, renegades or whatever, decide to go in and like shoot at them and try to kill them.
Yeah.
Um, so there's no real plot driver through all of it. It's just like they have to get out of this house and get out. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but it's fine. It just wasn't like my favorite war movie. It was just the acting was good. There's a lot of cool like audio effects where like people are dealing with shit. I kind of have like shell shock and are just kind of like it goes silent, but you can see people just like screaming.
Mm.
Sometimes hear the muffled screaming through the silence and everything, and it's like cool effects, but not like amazing war movie or anything.
Yeah.
Um, and then I watched Friendship, which
Uh,
is a
Sorry, that's just such a funny transition talking about the
yes.
screams and shit.
There's a lot of screaming in Friendship, but it's mostly just Tim Robinson being a
Yeah,
maniac.
being Tim
But I
Robinson,
watched,
you know.
yes, Tim Robinson and Paul Rudd,
Hmm.
and also the kid who played Eddie in It Chapter One.
Oh, okay.
Um, but
I don't know that one name.
it's I don't know. But it's really fucking weird. Tim Robinson is just like a gem. He's
Hmm.
like he's just really avant-garde and just fucking strange, and his comedy is so like over the top and weird, and I love it. And
Yeah.
it worked in this movie. Um it was like there was a lot of it where it's like it's got that like cringe factor that you kind of want to look away but you can't, and it's
That makes sense.
like yeah, and it's like Paul Rudd like plays off of Tim Robinson really well, which is really weird, but just Paul Rudd is just a great actor.
Right.
But really funny movie. I would recommend watching that one as well. It's I don't want to like say anything about the plot because you kind of just gotta watch it and experience it for yourself.
Gotta see it to
Um,
believe it.
yeah,
Hmm.
exactly. But then hung out with Garrison on Tuesday. Yes, we went to Chili's again with Ricky, Ashley, and
Hell yeah.
Garrison with Max. Got that good triple dipper, delicious, love it.
Hell yeah.
Um, and then we, Ash and Ricky decided to turn in. So Max Garrison and I decided to go around and drive around, go into certain stores. We went to this like, we went to a store called like Replay or something like that. Um, it's like a, it's kind of like it's one of those stores that just sells like old games and consoles and stuff and
Okay.
like figures and all that. They have a little bit of everything. I'd been in there once before, but like, I was just looking around. Max bought something, but we were at the counter and I was wearing a 21 Pilots hoodie, and the guy that was ringing up, uh, whatever, was just like, "Is that 21 Pilots hoodie?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Cool. I saw them once on accident." I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
I
Stumbled
was
my
like,
way into
"Go
an
on."
arena.
Do go on. But like he was like, "Yeah, me and my family were like," he went on this whole spiel about like, "Oh, we were supposed to go to Sweden, but then like my dad had to have a surgery, so we couldn't, so we just decided to go to Columbus." Um
What the hell?
and I was like, Okay." And he's like, and it was like he was like, they were going around and people were like lining up and whatever, and it was like right outside of it was like an outside free show or something that they had outside of a hotel um in Trench Era.
Mm.
And I was like,
A free show during Trench era?
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Um but he was like, yeah, so we were like, hey, what's going on? What are you setting up for? He's like, oh, 21 Pilots is playing, yada yada. And he was like, yeah, so we just got to like see the show for free. It was like, what year, when was this? He was like, had to be like 2018. So like Trench was their newest album. I was like, oh,
Wow.
I would kill the BU.
Yeah.
Um, but uh, but yeah, I was like, yeah, I mean, Columbus is their hometown. I was like, oh, I didn't even know that. I was like, I was like, the more you know.
Yeah.
Um, but I was like, okay, that's a fun little thing.
Yeah.
Um, and then we went to
That's just so funny though to me that we were gonna go to Sweden, so went to Columbus instead.
very, I mean, similar place.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
pretty. Yeah, they both get
from
snow.
from yeah, from what I saw, I mean, Columbus
Yeah,
basically just Stockholm.
yeah.
Um, but went to a Best Buy just to like roam around, look at
Hmm.
stuff, and they had Pokemon cards, which is it's a rarity in
Hmm.
a lot of a lot of places nowadays. And Garrison likes collecting Pokemon cards. He
Yeah.
doesn't really open them, but he just like keeps them for one day when he will open them.
Okay.
And I was like, I'll buy a pack, and they're only $5. And I opened it up, and I was like, I had a little phase back in like 2021 when people were really getting back into Pokemon cards.
Hmm.
Um, where I liked opening them. I never got anything good, but I opened this pack and I was like, oh, even if I don't get anything good, it's still like I like seeing these. But I did get something good, and I can send it
Oh.
into the chat right now.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Um, it's a cool little like full art, super rare,
Oh.
uh, Acerola's Mischief. But it's
Yeah.
like it's like hollow foil. It's got like nice textures and shiny bits. But
Yeah.
I looked it up, and it's a $40
Oh
card.
shit.
Um,
Nice.
yeah, I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. But
That is pretty
yeah,
cool artwork, but I think the artwork I sent right above that is a little bit better. Just to
it is,
yeah.
yeah, no,
Um.
it's for sure better.
But
And even the one above that, the Garrison made. But
yes. Yeah. That's true. That's true. That's sick though.
but
That is sick.
yeah. But I was like, oh, that's cool. But like, I'm not like a big collector, but I still have it. It's
Yeah.
like if it goes up in price, I'll go sell it.
There you go.
Um, yeah, that's pretty cool. Then yesterday did early grocery shopping because Ash has to work today, and Max went to go hang out with her sister. Um, just did that,
Hmm.
got that over with, and played some Yote, listened to some Black Midi throughout the week.
Hell yeah.
Um, but yeah, how was your week, Mike?
Week was fine. Didn't really do all too much. There's a couple things I could talk about. Um, Directly after the pod last week, because we did a little bit later. I went on to trick or treater duty. You know,
Mm.
giving out the candy. And it was kind of later at that point. A bit. But looks like um it looks like hold on, sorry. Just gotta hold on, I need to look at a text real quick. What?
You're good.
Okay. We have a mouse in our house, it seems like. Um
Uh-oh.
yeah, it ate through a bag of bread. Damn. Well,
Get it, Riley.
yeah, well. If Riley gets the mouse, he's just gonna play with it. He's not gonna kill it. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, trick or treater duty. There was a decent amount though, even though it was a little bit later. It was pretty much dark by the time I was doing it, and it was raining, at least up here. Um, but we still got a decent amount of them. Was able to pawn off most of the candy, and then once the night came to a close, I did a little trick or treating myself in our own bowl.
Oh.
You know, um, I said trick or treat each time I took one out.
Trick or
Um,
treat. Oh.
yeah.
Thank you.
Just to feel better about myself, so but that was pretty fine though. I was just doing that, watching some Stranger Things. I was like, is this too scary to watch? Like if there's like a little kid that comes up, I'm like, nah, it's fine, it's fine. Um, and but yeah, I guess that's another thing this week. Been continuing the Stranger Things binge. Um, we're far enough into season 2 where I think I'm able to say like, yeah, it's not as good as the first season, but
Yeah.
it's still good, but it's not as good for sure. I'm coming hot off the heels of the Lost Sister episode, and like, man, that's not a good one. Let me tell you. And
No.
the further we get from that episode, and the show refuses to acknowledge it because people didn't like it, it makes it age even more poorly. Just because like
Yeah.
it has almost no relevance to the plot. But you know, other than that though, the season's fine. And I'm enjoying it. Looking forward to finishing that up. Um, but for my week though, last Saturday, I was at a wedding. It's Vanessa's sister got married.
Um,
And I wasn't an immediate invite, but there were spots that opened up, and I guess I was on the immediate list to go for the next few slots. But went there. It was pretty nice. Came together very nicely. It was a religious type wedding, which was, hopefully Vince doesn't mind me saying this, but it was different than his. You know, his was not a religious type wedding.
oh.
Traditional, I should say, traditional wedding. Um, but it was nice. And it was funny because Vanessa was a bridesmaid, and I saw her during like the ceremony or whatever, but like didn't get to talk to her. And then like by the time we were doing like the cocktail hour stuff, like 2 hours later or something was the first time I was able to like actually talk to her. And both dressed up real nice and fancy and stuff. I was like, hey, how's it going or whatever. She's like, good. Did I do my GeoGuessr today? I just thought that was so funny. The very first thing she says. And I think she did do it. But um,
Great.
yeah, all good. But that cocktail hour, man, oh my God. They had like the shrimp platter there, and oh
Oh
man,
God.
I
You
it
ate
was,
all of it.
oh, I ate a lot of it. I was one of the first people, well, because it was an open bar, so most people were going there first, and I'm like, I see a
Right.
shrimp platter, bro. And it was like, it wasn't like your, like a shrimp ring that you buy at a store. It was like, I don't even know exactly I want to say it was almost like a Cajun type seasoning on it or something. There was some sort of like spice or seasoning on it, and it was so good. It was so good. And I really had to restrain myself and make sure people were getting shrimp before before I was there going back again. And yeah, that was very good. And then like the dinner was fine. There was like I don't even remember what the choices were, but I got like a beef type thing that was pretty good.
Mm.
Oh, there was there was one thing that they served to us, because they had just like given out wine and stuff, and then like they started giving out these like it's hard to describe what the glass was like. Picture just like a plastic cylinder tube, and then
Okay.
imagine that as like a glass you hold, like a tall glass you hold. So like
Mm.
it's like a really small opening at the top, but it was a glass with like a handle on it and stuff. And like there was a liquid in there, and then they were giving it to everyone. We're like, oh, what is that? And they're like, it's like a cauliflower soup.
What
we're
the
like,
fuck?
we're like, okay. And it tasted fine, I suppose, but it was just really strange drinking like a chunky soup like through
Yeah.
a cup. But other than that, the dinner was good. It was just a
Well, that's
strange
good.
it was just a strange thing that happened there. Um, and then
Oh, this is just it's gazpacho.
yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. um, Cauliflower soup too. It was fine. It
Yeah,
just
that's fucking weird.
yeah. Um. Anyways, but yeah, the food was good, and then they did all the speeches and all that kind of stuff. Everything went well. Um, and the DJ was a little loud. But that is what it is. um, um, but I only like kind of know her sister. I mean, like it was enough to be like congratulations and like congratulations to the groom and everything like that too.
Hmm.
But it was really only like my parents, my cousin, and like my aunt and stuff were there too. But oh, I forgot to mention one part of the story earlier on, because there was the ceremony, and then the cocktail hour didn't start for like another hour or something after the ceremony, and like we had to drive to it. It wasn't like Vince's where we just walk to it. But I was gonna go with my parents, but then I was with my cousin and her boyfriend because they invited me along on an adventure to buy a card because they accidentally left their card at home
Oh.
for the wedding. So we went to Jewel Osco all dressed up, nice and fancy, because it was a black tie wedding, so like the attire was tuxedos, like literally that's
Uh,
I feel like I was one of the only people in like a full tux, but everyone was in like pretty much a tux. Um, well, the men at least. But anyway, so I was in Jewel with a tuxedo on, which was kind of funny. I loved that. Um, uh, I think that's really about it. I mean, like I just it was kind of just hanging around, trying not to be on my phone too much.
hmm.
Just waiting for the night to end, and it was good. It was a nice wedding, and I just don't really have too much to talk about.
That's fine.
Oh, well, but they did start playing the song where they're in Paris. The DJ started playing that one,
Huh.
which was interesting for the amount of white people at that
Yeah.
wedding. And then Vanessa told me that was one that her sister and the groom specifically requested. I was
Oh.
like, all right. I do wonder how they specifically requested that. But that was just a funny choice. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, it was a good time. It's a good time. But second favorite wedding I went to this year, I can say that for sure. And uh, that's really kind of about it for like me personally throughout this week. I mean, I guess I listened to a lot of stuff. I did listen to the most reviewed thing of this week was an album called Everybody Scream by Florence and the Machine.
Mm.
I've listened to some Florence and the Machine stuff in the past. They're not one that I keep up with very often. But this was a pretty cool one. I mean, I released on Halloween. It's got some spooky vibes there, some bolder production stuff going on every now and then. It was pretty cool. It wasn't like anything that like blew me away, but I did think it was pretty good at points. Enjoyed it quite a bit. Um,
Mm.
and then similar to you, trying to catch up on movies of 2025. I'm about to start re-listening to all my albums this year because I have a lot of them that I need to solidify stuff for. So I'm
Mm.
as of yesterday, I'm starting to get to just a few of the things that I missed throughout the year. The one I decided to start with was Portal by Balu Brigada, which
Uh,
I don't remember. Did you listen to that one? I know you talked about the
no,
singles.
I plan. I talked about it coming out, but I haven't
Yeah.
listened to it yet. I do want to though.
Yeah, honestly, I would recommend it. I thought it was pretty good. It was better than I expected. The production sounds really great on it. It's got kind of like the indie rock vibe, but some more synth elements in there. The synths sound very good. There's moments where it kind of reminds me of Joe a bit. But
Mm.
yeah, no, I think there's a lot of strong like choruses and stuff on there too. It was very pleasant to listen to. I really enjoyed that. Um, and then earlier this morning, because I had a weird night of sleep and I was awake and I wasn't going back to sleep, I listened to a couple things that I didn't get to last night. One of them being a new Man Made Sunshine EP came out. Mr.
Oh.
Connor Mason of Nothing But Thieves. His EP Love Wins Forever came out. And I thought it was good. It wasn't like nothing on there really like blew me away. I did like the opening track quite a bit. But
Mm.
it is like it kind of feels like one of those like albums that he had to make. Like he had to put that out there. And then it feels like the most important thing is that hopefully it gave him some closure, because it feels like I'm pretty sure it's like a breakup record of some sort.
Mm.
And there's some good stuff on there. There's some good lyrical things going on. But the sound itself was maybe a little on the boring side for me personally, but it still sounds nice. And of course, Connor's vocals are great all throughout too, because
Mhm.
he's Connor Mason. Um, and then I listened to Lux by Rosalia, which came out last night too. A lot of people loving that one. Um, I need more listens to it. I will say I did enjoy it a lot more than I enjoyed the song "BrokeN," the single that came out for it. Um, but I definitely need more listens to it to like solidify my absolute thoughts. I'm a little mixed at the moment, but it is a positive mix. I think it's pretty good. Like it's probably in like the 8 range, I would say for me. But like I don't know, it's a weird thing because it feels like there's a lot of potential for it to be like really really good, and at points it is very very good, but also at points I'm like, I'm not really vibing with this. So like I don't know. I need to process more, so I will get back to you at the end of the month for that one. But yeah, and then listen to a lot of Black Midi this week too. But
That's good.
I'd already heard all those albums, so um, yeah, I think
Spoilers.
yeah, spoilers for the segment coming up soon. But yeah, I think that's about it for me. Just playing games. I mean the new Peak update came out, so I've been playing that a little
Mhm.
bit. Um, yeah, and
Yeah.
sailing gets ever so close to sailing in RuneScape. It's getting closer, and
When does that come out?
I think the 19th or
Uh,
something like that. Um, yeah. Yeah.
all right.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
guess in some music news,
Hmm.
there's quite a bit of music news. The first thing that I have written down here is that Joji
Hmm.
officially album mode. He has an album coming out February 6th called "Piss in the Wind," um,
Mm.
which definitely is an album title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really not big on the name, but
Me neither. You go from a beautiful album name like Nectar to Piss in the Wind. I mean,
yeah.
it's very Joji in a way, but like also I don't know, the songs so far don't. We'll see. I don't know, man. But he also released a couple new singles. I only listened to the first one that came out. I forgot about the one that came out
No.
last night. But the first one was called "It Only Gets Better," which I only listened to once, but I did enjoy. I remember liking it. It kind of had like that, that typical Joji downtrodden type sound. Very in your own head at the club type shit or some
Hmm.
whatever. That's what the music video communicates to. I remember liking it, but it's not one that I listened to after listening to it once. So I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I only listened to the first one once as well, and I thought it was boring.
yeah, that's fair.
Just didn't do a whole lot. It's also like this album is gonna be like 21 songs long or something, and
Yeah,
there's only
21
like one
songs at
song.
45 minutes.
Yeah, there's only one song that goes over, which like you know,
Yeah, over 3 minutes. You cut out there. I'm just for the audience.
yeah, over 3 minutes.
Yes,
It's which I'm not a big fan of that.
me neither.
In general, I really like. I much prefer a longer track to like bite-sized little pieces that some
Yeah.
artists like to give. Um, but the first song was boring, but the second song I will say is very good. I
Oh, okay.
really liked it.
Nice.
Um, Dane said that it was like it's Glimpse of Us Part 2 or something, but
Hmm.
honestly, the vocals are better than Glimpse of Us in
Oh,
my
wow.
opinion. Joji, I don't know what he did, but he sounds very good on this track. It
Sick.
is like it's that same kind of like ballad, somber kind of feel that his best tracks tend to be.
Hmm.
Um, but it's very good, and if there's more like that and pixelated kisses on the record, I'll enjoy it. But not a fan of the name and not a fan of the track lengths. I'll still give it a listen and
Yeah.
report back to you in February. But
Yeah. Yeah.
but
I'll have to get on that new one stat, I think.
yes.
Yes. Um,
Um,
yeah, you do a few.
Radiohead is on tour.
Yes, those all mine too.
Um, yes, and it's making me a bit jealous seeing those videos
Me
because
too.
I know you're the resident Radiohead guy, but uh, I quite enjoy them as well. And damn, they still sound great.
Hmm.
They're still doing their whole changing the album, changing the set list. I mean,
Yeah.
with the
Oh
with
yeah.
shows and everything.
Yeah, like the
Um,
night two of the set list was like almost completely different than night one, and I'm like, God damn, I wish more artists did that in some ways. Just because like that I feel like that level of excitement. It's like a mystery box every time you go to a show.
mhm.
It's cool as hell.
uh, they played Let Down at the first one, which I think
Hmm.
I think I saw somewhere that was like first time in like 15 years or something.
Oh, was it?
Um,
Maybe, yeah.
something like that. Either that or it was Fake Plastic Trees or something. I don't know.
Definitely not fake
Uh,
plastic trees. Yeah, they do that one a
no,
lot. Yeah.
yeah, they I don't know. People that from the clips I was seeing, it was like there's been quite a few Radiohead tracks that have been like TikTok sounds in
Right.
recent times. Which the clips I was seeing on TikTok were of the songs from the TikTok sound. So I was like, oh, they're just they're a TikTok band now.
Yeah,
Um,
my favorite TikTok band. Yeah.
yeah, but they still sound great. There was a
Hmm.
video of them playing Idiotech, uh,
Yeah.
and Tom was just like having a good time dancing around, and people were like, "Damn, he sucks at dancing." And
Yeah.
it's like that's a 60-year-old British white man. So I don't I don't know what she expects really.
Yeah.
Um, you uh can't have everything, you know. And
Mm.
then under that video, I saw someone reply to that and say, "Well, Prince could dance and sounded great live, so Tom has no excuse." And I was like, "Very different people
Yeah. Yeah.
there,
No kidding.
very different." Yeah, but that looks cool. I hope to God they do a North tour,
Do
um,
a what tour? You cut out there.
a North American
North
tour.
America.
Sorry,
Yeah. No, you're good.
because that would be a great show.
Yeah. I'm looking at the set list now. For the first time, I think it was Sit Down Stand Up that they hadn't played for a long time. Because I'm not entirely sure. I think setlist.com is usually pretty, or sorry, setlist.fm, is
Mm,
usually pretty good at like marking like when it's the first time they played something for a while. And it's yeah, Sit Down Stand Up was the first time they played that since 2004,
oh,
which is
okay.
pretty cool. And
Wow.
then the second night, the big one for me, the second night was they played Jigsaw Falling into Place, which
Ooh.
goated song, but also one that was kind of notorious for the band because they just didn't really like playing it live. Like I think
Mm,
it wasn't like a creep situation where like they hated the song or something. I think it was just like it doesn't work as well live.
mm.
So like that song came out in 2007, and when they played it last night, that was the first time they played it since 2009. So that
Wow. Wow.
that was a I would have gone so feral if I saw that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be a fantastic one to experience, and I hope
Oh yeah.
that at least you get to experience.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
And I will pay money. I will pay a lot of money,
Really?
probably. Yeah. I do like the stage setup they have too.
Yeah.
I think a lot of artists have been doing it recently, but they're doing like that thing where it's kind of like a circular stage in the middle of an arena, I believe. Um,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, it just looks pretty cool. And like I think they're all kind of like moving around the stage like for different songs and stuff. So like you kind of get glimpses of all of them. And there's like a cool like projected screen that goes over them, but it's also like transparent and stuff. I think it's a cool setup. It works
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
No, I saw that set up and I thought it was cool too, but somebody posted it and we're like, why are they in a cage?
Someone cage
Playing
radio.
Radiohead in a cage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
And I only have one other piece of music news written down
Go
if you
for
want to
it.
get to whatever. Okay. Grammy nominations came out.
Yep, I have a few written down there.
Uh, yes. the one that I saw a lot of that I went, "What the fuck? Why?" was "Swag" by Justin Bieber.
Yeah, yeah, that was one on there.
Yeah, yeah, it was one on there quite a lot.
Mm.
No 21 Pilots, but also I looked up like the time frame for which things can be nominated, and it's from August 31st of the year prior to August 30th of the year um, right before the
Oh, so
nominations.
so Breach and Clancy didn't work for this year.
Clancy didn't. I mean, Clancy would have, but Breach. No, wait, no, Clancy wouldn't have.
Yeah, because that was like
Yeah,
early of last year. Like
that was
it
May
would.
last.
Yeah, yeah, it would have. Yeah. Okay.
No, yeah. So Clancy would have been last year's Grammys, and Breach will be next year's
Hmm.
Grammys.
They probably still could have
Uh,
gotten something for like the line or something
the
though.
line in the contract, yeah,
Yeah,
but
the line in the contract.
but no, and that's not surprising.
Yeah.
The line, I mean, I could see the line having been on there,
Even
but I
like
didn't.
best like live performance because that is like a Grammys
Yeah,
category. Like I feel like there was a lot of people who talked about that game the Game Awards performance, but you know.
I think so as well. But the visual media like nominees were all movies. Um,
Mm.
so I don't know. But this is the first year they're doing album cover
Mm-hmm.
nominations, and there's some good ones in here. You got Chromacopia.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yes, yes, yes.
The Crux was a cool shout out. The Crux album
Oh,
cover
I
by
didn't notice
Joe.
that that was there. Yeah.
Yes, that's a great album cover. I'm really glad that's getting flowers. But then you got the Bad Bunny one, which is just a couple lawn chairs in the forest, which
Yeah, that's a choice. I
yeah,
mean, it's fine for an album cover, but it's a choice for best album cover.
yeah. Um, and then Glory by Game Genius. I don't know who
Hmm.
they are, but the album cover is pretty okay. And then Moisturizer by Wet Leg,
Hmm.
which I think is an interesting pick
Yeah.
because they look fucking weird there. But
Yeah.
you know, shout out Wet Leg, I guess.
Hmm.
uh, but yeah, what nominees you got written down there?
Well, speaking of Chromacopia, that also got an Album of the Year
Mm.
nomination, which is pretty cool. Um, and he actually both of his albums got nominated for something because Don't Tap the Glass got a nomination for Best Alternative Music Album, which I mean, I guess they didn't put him in the rap category for that one. I guess that's
Yeah.
somewhat progress, which I hesitate to say with the news of how they did country music this year. But
Mhm.
you know, Sticky also got nominated for best rap song. Um, and something that I am kind of glad I'm not on Twitter or TikTok with at the moment is I'm not looking forward to well, I'd say I'm not looking forward to, but I'm not going to see it. I don't want to see everyone talking about how many nominations Anxiety got, because I know
Yeah.
people. I will stick to my guns on this. I think it's a fine song,
Yeah.
definitely extremely overplayed and does not need to be as big as it is, nor should it really be on the radio in my opinion. But I think it's a fine song. Um, the Grammys loved it, I guess.
Yes, seriously, they did. It was
Yeah.
record of the year, record of the year, song of the year. Like,
It was also in like rap song of the year, and then like the category right
yeah,
beneath that was like melodic rap song of the year, which I feel like that constitutes more for melodic
yeah.
rap, but you know.
No, it's not really a rap song, but
I
okay,
think there's like one rap verse on it and it's kind of short.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, but that's, I guess, just like I don't know, because she won best rap album last year, so they were just
Yeah.
like, oh, we'll just throw Doechii in there because people love Doechii.
Yeah.
Um, but you know, Sabrina Carpenter for Man's Best Friend got nominated a good few
Hmm.
times, and she got right in there, dude. She released on August 29th, right before the closing
Oh
of
shit.
like the
Yeah.
nominations.
Yeah.
So like, goddamn, that's crazy. But you know, a lot of Sabrina Carpenter in there.
Yes, yes, yes.
Um,
Chapel got some for the subway,
yes,
which I think that's
hmm
very appropriate. I'm glad they chose that one over I can't even think what the other one
The
is.
Giver,
The Giver.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I think the Subway is a lot better.
much
So
better song, yeah.
I'm glad that got the
Uh,
flowers.
hmm GNX got a few
Hmm.
nominations.
Kendrick, I
Let's
think,
see,
had
like
the most of the whole nomination. Like I think of every artist, I think Kendrick had the most.
Good.
Yeah.
Uh, Luther and TV Off, 30 for 30 was there
hmm
as well. Lady Gaga got a lot of nominations. Clips got a lot of nominations as well,
Yeah.
which people love that shit. So I'm
hmm
sure they're happy about that.
Yeah.
Um, but the nominations aren't awful
Yeah.
this year.
I've got a couple others too, real quick.
Yeah.
I just K-pop Demon Hunters got quite a few, which I
Mhm.
thought was interesting. There were some people having discussions about like can a fictional band get like Song of the Year nominations. I believe they did, or Record of the Year. They were in one of those. And
They're in Song of the Year and
then some other places too that are more movie
yeah,
related. But
yeah.
yeah,
But I
but
mean, it is a real K-pop band.
yeah, but
Like,
like, that's what people were talking about. It's like kind of blurring some lines.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
but
Uh, but I thought that was cool. I mean, with how big Golden is on the radio,
mm,
like it's been number one for weeks and weeks and weeks. It's only been dethroned by fucking Lady Gaga, or not Lady Gaga, Taylor Swift, and then it took the spot back like instantly, pretty much.
yeah,
Like they popped off with that fucking song. So
yeah,
like
and
I'm glad it's getting some flowers.
it's funny because I think I have heard the chorus of that song, but I've never actually listened to the whole thing. So, but I have nothing against it. It's just it's not like in my proximity.
Right.
Except I guess I could go for it for myself, but you know. But and then Leve got a pop album nomination, which is pretty cool.
Let's go.
For a Matter of Time. And then Ludwig Göransson got quite a bit of stuff for Sinners, which I
Let's
think very
go.
deserved, very deserved. The music in that movie
Yes.
is one of the highlights for me for sure. So,
Three separate songs from Sinners got
yeah, in like the
like
same category.
yeah, like visual, like music for visual whatever.
Yeah,
Three of the songs from Sinners got nominated, as
deserved
well as Gold.
as well as
Um,
Golden. Yeah,
and something from Tron Ares, but
yeah,
that's just because it's Nine Inch Nails.
yeah.
But
Which
it's the only thing anything from Tron Ares would be nominated
I
for.
was gonna
So
say that that probably was the best part of that movie. I would imagine.
yeah.
Um, uh,
But yeah, Justin Bieber, fuck off with that.
yeah,
Seriously, nobody liked that album.
yeah.
Um, but that's not an atrocious list this year as it has been in past times
Yeah,
for sure.
unless Swag starts winning shit, I don't think this one will be too
Yeah,
controversial. I mean, once again, I mean all the anxiety, love, and probably there'll probably be a few wins of that. Um,
yeah.
I don't have to see that discourse, I don't think, so I think I'm okay. But-
Also, best new artist, the Marias.
yeah.
Interesting.
Mm.
Their first album came out in 2021, but okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I mean they yeah. Yeah. But yeah, do you have anything else Grammys related?
no.
Okay, I just have one other thing here that I think is just an interesting thing to bring up. There was a, I'm not sure if you saw this, but the 1975 had a weird news article this week, because Maddie Healy, 2 years after Being Funny in a Foreign Language came out, is like, you know what? I don't like the song Human 2 being on that album.
Well,
So therefore, Human 2 is now no longer on the album on Spotify and everywhere, I'm pretty sure. And I believe, I don't know this for sure, but from what it sounds like, I think the physical copies from now on will no longer have that either. Um,
what the fuck? I like that song.
I like that song too. That was actually one of the highlights on that record for me, because that wasn't my favorite album, but I liked that one. And but even so, even if I didn't like it, I don't like that that's a possibility
No.
that you can just like alter the art like that after it's released. There's a lot
Yeah.
of uh philosophical stuff I've seen about like artists talking about their music and how like once they release a project, it's no longer theirs, it's everybody's.
Right.
It's how people listen to it and everything. Um, and like I don't know, Matty Healy. I know he's an egotistical ass every now and then,
Yeah.
but like I really don't like that decision, and I'm kind of surprised that that's coming from a band like 1975 because like they are
Yeah.
I feel like they are a band that takes pride in like art. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know. I
it's all,
just yeah.
yeah.
I'm not
It's,
sure if you have thoughts on that,
I mean,
but
I have the CD and the vinyl, so suck my
yeah,
dick, Maddie. But
yeah,
but yeah, I don't like that at all. I don't
yeah,
think that you should just take your music down unless it's for a good cause or
yeah,
or just change the product at like especially years after the fact.
yeah,
Like unless it's like an extremely problematic song that you don't agree with anymore and you've changed the person, like that song should stay where it is, even if you don't like it, because you don't have to listen to it. This is for your fans to listen.
yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah, that's
completely agree. It's just like that really rubbed me the wrong way. I was like, "Ugh, that's crazy." But
that's like you taking petals off of Copa
hmm
Megaphone. Like
well,
like
in that scenario, it wasn't released yet. But
right.
it's
No,
like
no. I mean
it's
like if you decided to do it now.
oh, decided to do it, yeah,
Uh
which I wouldn't
yeah.
because I love that song.
Right.
But um, yeah, no, it's just yeah, obviously, Maddie and I not even nearly the same tier of artists, but like just sharing artistic minds in that way, like I don't know, it's that really rubs me the wrong way, and I don't like that. And I think that's stupid. And I hope
You said
there's a way to revise that somehow. I don't know. And then the copies that are printed without Human 2 will become super rare. But
yes.
um yeah, and once again I like that song. So
Me too.
it's even more sad, but whatever, I suppose.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean if you wanted to get rid of something off of the one before that, that's fine because like that album kind of a dud. But
Yeah. But even like I said, well, actually, I think that's something he said in a tweet is like, I'm not gonna do this with any other of our albums, except for there was one song on that album where he's like, yeah, I might do it for that one in the future. But like I said, even if I don't like the song, which I don't remember liking that song on that record, the other one that
no,
he's talking about, I still don't think you should do that as an artist, like whatsoever, because like you know, not everyone's favorite and least favorite songs is like this synonymous thing, right? Like not everybody agrees at the best and least
yeah,
ones. Sometimes a song that other people don't like is something that is super important to someone else, and it was one
right.
of their favorites for whatever reason. And I don't know. I think that ties back to that whole philosophy of once you release it, it's no longer yours. People make memories with these songs. People, whatever,
Yeah.
and I don't like that.
No,
um,
and it's not like it had an insignificant amount of streams either. It was like 13 million streams or something.
yeah, probably.
So,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
just a weird choice. Don't
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Me neither.
But
Yeah,
that's Matty Healy being Matty Healy,
it is. Someone's
for
gotta
better or worse.
put him in check. But, yeah. I also just don't really like how that's like possible to do as well. I mean,
No,
like obviously, like I knew it was possible, but like just to see someone actually do it is
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Anyways, I don't have any more music news.
Mm.
And I don't know. Well, I guess there's some news that
Mhm.
you probably got teed up. Or
Yes,
maybe
yes,
maybe
yes.
I'll tee you up. I think that's how that works.
Tee me up, Mike.
Colin, what happened in the world this week?
Well, the New York City mayoral election was on Tuesday
Mm.
of this week, and Zohran Mamdani, 34-year-old immigrant, first Southeast Asian man to be mayor of New York City, baby.
Woo!
Woo! Fuck you, Andrew Cuomo. Fuck you, Andrew Cuomo.
Yeah, you killed Schlatt's
Yeah,
grandma.
he sure did. Um, he's a piece of shit.
Yes, more importantly.
He's a rapist. He's awful. Zohran Mamdani has a vision for the fucking city. But it wasn't just good news out of New York City. A lot of elections happened, um, which made way for a lot more Democratic nominees to be in governorships or lieutenant governor things. Just big elections that got blue in more places.
Hmm.
Uh, Good stuff. California passed Prop 50, which is to redraw lines,
Mm-hmm.
gerrymander California to make it more blue, to get more seats in the House or Senate. I don't remember which one.
Yeah.
Um, but things, this is baby steps, but it's still good to see good things happening in politics
Yeah.
rather than what happened last year. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but if these things keep happening and the midterms coming up in 2027, ooh baby, things
Yeah.
could happen. Um, but I'm gonna knock on wood and hope to God that I'm not jinxing.
Right.
But that's
Yeah.
good stuff.
And with like I mean, obviously I'd seen stuff from Zoran before, but like with him getting elected, there's a lot more stuff that's been coming across my feed, and like I feel like the more I see from the guy, the more I like him. I'm like,
Yeah,
I do it within me. I'm like, politician gonna politician. But
yes.
like it feels in a better step. It feels it's giving me at least some of the it's giving me reminders of the good parts of Obama. The at least
Yeah.
the public facing parts of Obama. um,
Not
uh,
drone striking hospitals, Obama, but
yeah, yeah, not that
wearing a
part of
tan
him.
suit and playing basketball, Obama.
Exactly. Going on Zach Galifianakis between two ferns. That's
Yes.
instead of Adam Ross. Uh,
Yeah.
um, yeah.
How times have changed.
How times have changed for the better.
Yeah.
But
No, yeah, Zoran's like he's super charismatic.
yeah.
He seems like he actually cares about people rather
Hmm.
than
Cares about New
so many other
York too.
politicians.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Free buses, rent freeze, like, he wants to make sure that people are good. People are just the Jewish community of New York um is the only bump in the road that he really has
Hmm.
because he's stated his views on Palestine
Right.
and Israel and all that, and it's like he's very against the apartheid and the genocide, obviously, as you should be.
Hmm.
Um, but the Jewish community in most places is taking this as as anti-Semitism to be against Israel and for Palestine, and that's where he struggled the most in voters was the Jewish population of New York City.
Yeah.
Um, but he he said many times that he's like, I want to be the mayor for everybody. I don't care about your creed, the color of your skin. I don't care what your religion is. I'm here for you. I'm doing what is best for the city,
Yeah.
what is best for everyone. He doesn't care where you come from, what you practice, whatever. Like he's not he's like, Fox News is like, "Oh, 9/11."
Yeah.
But,
That's a shocker. I'm surprised
uh
they brought that up.
right. It's just people being, racist as can be.
Yeah.
Um but, I think it's going to be great, and I think this is a great step forward
Yeah.
for the 15,000 steps back that we just had last
Hmm.
year.
And this year.
And
But yeah. Yeah, no, I think it seems like it's I feel good about him, hopefully.
yeah,
Hopefully he doesn't do what politicians do, but probably will, but hopefully not.
yeah. If he does, I don't think it'll be as bad as a lot of other people.
I hope not.
Um,
And also hopefully it'll set more of a precedent for like maybe how the Democratic Party should be looking instead of how it was looking in
mhm,
last year. People, especially because I feel like I've seen, I mean, obviously I follow a lot of leftist people, but like, um, I think even like in like just people I know personally, on like Instagram and stuff like that, I was seeing a lot of like just support for him, and this is just someone running for mayor in New York. So like,
yeah,
I'm saying hopefully the positive reaction to this should show the Democratic Party like, hey, this is what we want.
yeah.
Further than the mayor of New York. I mean,
Well,
that's
yeah,
good, but like, let's get more of that.
yeah. Well, it's like the the movement behind Bernie Sanders since
Right.
2016.
Yeah.
He's a very left. He's as lefty as you can really be
Mm-hmm.
for an old fucker like him. And the movement behind him since 2016 has been wild. People love that man. People still love that man. And he was the runner up to Biden in 2020.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, obviously the younger people want a more left leaning, more progressive, more cares about people person.
Mm.
And the Democratic Party needs to fucking look at that and go, huh, well,
Yeah.
maybe we should do that. Kamala, sit down. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
maybe some other time. Probably not. Hopefully not.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, just like you said, Democratic Party needs to look at that, think on it.
Mm-hmm. Have a real hard think on that one.
It's go sit in the corner, Democratic
Yeah.
Party. Uh, Nancy Pelosi, another big figure in politics who is a Democrat but has not a great person.
Mm.
She's retiring after 38, 39 years in Congress,
Mm.
which is pretty cool. You don't really see people retiring from those positions. You usually see them dying in those positions. So
Yeah.
um, you know, good for her. Letting probably hopefully a younger person step into that role.
Yeah.
That's cool, but something sad that happened. It was inevitable, really.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but GTA 6 has been delayed
Mm.
yet
I
again.
thought you were going to
To
talk about the death of Dick Cheney, but yes. Uh,
no, that would have gotten a
yeah.
the the this is a another
Another one.
Yeah.
delay for GTA 6
Yes. Yes.
to November 19th, 2020.
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to
2026.
come out.
Yeah.
Yes, supposed to come out May 26th, 2026,
Mm-hmm.
but got delayed yet again. So
Yeah.
super cool.
Can't say I'm all too surprised by that. Although
No.
I will say, even though I am a negative Nancy on those things sometimes, I do think I feel like that is the date that they have now more than likely probably will be the actual date.
Yeah.
Just based off vibes, but, the
Yeah.
greatest calculation strategy. But
I also I think that this is gonna be the final date and it's gonna release and everyone's gonna be happy about it.
mhm,
But it's hard to get excited for something when it keeps getting farther and farther away.
mhm,
Especially since now it's gonna be over 13 years since GTA 5 released when it finally does come out.
yeah,
Which is fucking crazy, actually.
mhm.
But you know, we'll
Especially because
survive.
the original GTA 5 that was 2013, wasn't it?
Yeah,
So like the year 2000 is how far away GTA 5 was, just like the 13-year gap. That's crazy. Um
yeah,
but yeah, every game development studio that was like, oh, okay, we can do a November release next year
yeah.
as it usually is, thinking they were safe. They're quaking in their boots right
But
now.
well, hold on. Let me Wolverine PS5.
Mm,
I think it comes out oh, well, it doesn't have a date, but I think it was gonna be fall. So
yeah.
we'll see what happens to that.
That's
Now
mostly when AAA games come out, is fall of
that
the
is
year to
true.
year. So I'm sure a lot of them had plans for stuff happening around then that are maybe getting shifted around right now.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I was more excited for Wolverine than GTA anyway. Fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, that happened. That's all the news I
Yeah. All right. Well.
have.
Uh.
Over. Over.
Okay. Well, now that we are an hour into our podcast, we can talk about our artist analysis of this week. It is a shorter one, so it won't be
Mhm.
probably a super long episode here. But yes, Black Midi, jazzy prog rock type band from England, from the UK. They're a collective known for very distinctive sound, experimental type stuff.
Mm.
I don't know if there's a better way to describe them than the words I just used. It's rock. It's rock. I could say that.
it's
But
it's unique.
it's
Is what it.
unique. It sure is. Like I said at the beginning, they're one of my favorite bands.
Mm.
And I've been I've been very familiar with all these records for a while now. And excited to just kind of talk about them and my love for them. But I know Colin, you have a little bit more of a fragmented like what you have heard and what you hadn't heard before this.
Yeah, yeah.
What's your history?
I listened to Cavalcade a good couple times. I really like that record,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll talk about it. But
I hope so.
I yes, I had heard, other than that, I'd heard, bits and pieces from Schlagenheim and Hellfire from when you picked it as song of the week or just showed
Mm-hmm.
me it. And this is the first time I'm hearing both of those records in full though.
Yeah.
Um, so, but yeah, I
Hell yeah.
I'll get into it.
Yes, you will. That still is a little shocking to me that somehow you didn't listen to all of Hellfire, especially
I know.
when that came out that year. But that's okay. Better late than never, as they say. Um, you
Better
want
out than in. That's what Shrek says.
That's true. But would you like to start us off, kick us off in Schlagenheim?
Sure, I can schlag on that Heim for you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, yeah, Schlagenheim, 2019. I said, what a nutty way to debut as a group.
Mm.
I'd only heard Cavalcade and select songs from Hellfire, so while I was semi-prepared for what this would be, it was still surprising in ways. To describe this project in one word would be chaos.
Mhm.
But not an unbearable, unenjoyable chaos. A type of chaos that you can't really tear your eyes away from, and that you really don't want to stop experiencing. Um, Greep's strange delivery that doesn't really have any rhyme or reason to it in the slightest is very interesting. The instrumentals just add to it with their wild ranges and energy from soft guitars to metal-esque drums. There's a couple moments where you'll hear metal songs where they have like the multiple pedals on the bass drums, and it's just
Mhm.
like, and it just there's a couple times where that happens, and it's on top of Creep, just going, oh, how does Creep,
Yeah, it's the formula
um,
right there.
yeah, but then it'll transition to these like really soft, um, and it's just really interesting, and it's really all over the place, and I kind of love it, to be
Mhm.
honest. It's definitely not for everyone, but that's okay. More for me.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, a good debut. Is about what I was expecting it to be, but still less organized, less of a formula. I feel just felt
Yeah.
like they were throwing everything at the wall and trying it out, which I think is pretty cool, and it's a crazy way to debut. Um, but my favorites were Boom Boom Boom, uh, Western, of Schlagenheim, near Detroit, Michigan, and years ago. And my least favorite was Speedway. I give it a strong 8.
Nice, nice. Out of curiosity, had you heard "Boom Boom Boom"? Had you heard
I
that?
hadn't.
Oh, nice. I'm glad to hear that was at your favorites on first listen. I love that
Yeah,
song.
great song.
Yeah. Yeah, Schlagenheim, 2019. While other Black and MIDI records have a bit of like an organized chaos feel to them, I feel like there's like a real feeling of unkempt madness on this one that I find really addicting to listen to. Not only is it full of the youthful energy of 19-year-olds, yes, they are all 19 to
What?
20 on this album, um, which is still insane to me. But it's topped off with, subversive song structures and genuinely impressive performances from all of them. This is the only album where the group was a four-piece, with their second guitarist Matt leaving the band for mental health reasons after this record.
Mm.
But everybody on here plays their part impeccably, especially Morgan Simpson on drums. His jazzy, proggy style of drumming is something that remains a highlight on every album following this one. But I feel like he's even crazier on here than the other projects, at least consistently. Even during like the quiet moments, he's like going nuts on the kit, like in like really subtle ways. It's like so cool, and it works so well. The technical playing from all of them is completely in sync, and for a debut record, that is not always a given. And something else I love about this record is like just the general sound of it. Um, I want to say that most of the record is stripped back to just guitars, bass, and drums, which is what they were. But occasionally there will be like these electronic elements that will be inserted when you least expect it, and it always sounds incredible whenever it happens. The production is very in your face, but also mixed super well, allowing you to hear all of the elements clearly. And I just straight up love so many songs on here. Bum
Mm.
Bum Bum is one of the most unique songs I think I've ever heard, and the build up to that noisy finish gets me hyped every single time. It's so good. I really love Near Detroit, Michigan as well, especially with it being a more serious track with commentary on Flint, Michigan water crisis, and the government corruption that led to a whole city's water supply being contaminated. Um,
Okay, Sufjan, go off.
yeah, no kidding. It's one of Cameron's best songs in the band, and his vocal performance at the end is like legitimately haunting. It's so good when he
Mm,
just starts screaming his head off there. And another standout for me is the 8-minute epic of Western, which is like a beautifully paced
mm,
track that is equally soothing and terrifying. And Jordy gives a great vocal performance on here too, showing early on that he can be more than just a front man who talks funny, like the impression you did earlier on. He can sing pretty well too. Um, and I haven't mentioned him specifically yet, but Greep also matches the unkempt nature of this project very well and makes a statement as a vocalist that people will either love or hate. I love it. And I love the project as a whole, despite the dark and somewhat scary vibes of the album. I find it to be such a fun listen whenever I put it on. It feels like the rawest form of Black Midi in the best way possible. And my
mm.
favorites on here are boom, boom, boom. Near Detroit, Michigan, 953. Western, Ductor, and of Schlagenheim. And my least favorite was Speedway. And overall, I gave it a light 9.
Yeah, very good. I wasn't expecting to like really vibe with our very their earliest project, but
Mm,
surprised me.
yeah.
I will also say I hadn't had this thought hearing Cavalcade or any other song by Black Midi or Greep before, but he's got the same cadence in his voice that like Joseph Quinn does, and
Interesting. I'm
and
guessing you're talking Joseph Quinn doing like a. I was about to say doing a British accent, but like having his natural British accent.
n- I don't even know. Like even when he's doing his like even like I'm thinking more like Eddie Munson.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
like that kind of like he's got that like it sounds like an air bubble in his throat that kind of just makes him sound like I don't know. I can't even do an
Yeah.
impression of it, but
I
yeah,
think.
just the way that Eddie Munson speaks in Stranger Things season 4 reminds me of some of the times when Jordy Greep is just saying or like talking,
Yeah.
yelling across some of these tracks, and like that sounds like Joseph. And that's funny.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll have to
but
keep an eye
I
out for
don't know.
that or an ear out for that when I get to season 4. I think I kind of know what you mean, but um, yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting though. Interesting. Um,
even in Boom Boom Boom, there's a couple from like that's Joseph Quinn.
that is
Um,
Joseph Quinn. Moves with a purpose.
yeah, yeah, like
Yeah.
that. When he's like when Eddie's like screaming like when
Okay.
Chrissy's on the
Oh,
ceiling and
okay.
stuff.
Yeah. Chrissy, wake up. Yeah, yeah, when he's doing like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
when he breaks out into the musical number.
Yes.
Um all right, cool. Also yeah, I apologize. I did write a little bit for each of these
No,
three.
it's good. Like you said,
But
it's one of your favorite bands.
yes, yes. But yes, up next we got Cavalcade in 2021. Cavalcade is the record I originally found the band with, and man, was it an awakening experience for me. John 50 might be one of the least accessible songs from the band, and yet I absolutely loved the chaos. As I mentioned before, from here on out, Black Midi start falling into more of a organized chaos type of sound.
Mm.
And my God, it leads to some of the most unique song structures I've ever heard. This record kind of whips you around in so many different directions, but the end result still manages to be surprising and, most importantly, satisfying. Things get cinematic on here, with a much wider instrumental influence from strings and saxes and various orchestral percussion at points. The guitar and drum parts are even more technical and have a stronger jazz influence on this one as well. I think my favorite aspect of the record is how well it balances the dynamic contrasts. The album gets super strange and noisy at points, but it's also genuinely beautiful at points too. And sometimes those are within the same songs. It'll be super strange and super beautiful at the same time. I think it's the most the band has ever balanced. Yeah, I think it's the most the band ever balanced the dynamics. And I think it's something that manages to glue together these crazy song structures. Both of Cameron's songs on this project, Slow and Diamond Stuff, are absolutely phenomenal. With Slow accurately capturing those feelings of like impending doom, and Diamond Stuff being the most beautiful song in the band's discography. Seriously, that track always blows me away, and like the Radiohead S climax is just chef's kiss. It's so good. Um, and Jordy, he maintains his unhinged vocal style for a lot of these tracks, but he also displays his much improved singing on moments like Ascending Forth, which is just like a 10-minute crooning ballad. And Marlene Detroit is also a really great singing performance from him too. And side note, I've always loved the choice of following up the insanity of John 50 with the serene balladry of Marlene Detroit. It's something that only this band can pull off as a transition and have it work. um, as a whole, I think this record builds on their sound in all of the perfect ways. There's just an aura to the project that has stayed with the band to its end, and I think it's even followed Jordy into his own solo project. And I love it so much. My favorites on here are Slow, John 50, Diamond Stuff, Hogwash and Balderdash, Ascending Forth, and Crandro Malaysia Patella. That's what we're going with. And I don't have any least favorites on this one. And overall, I give it a decent 9.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is also my first project, MIDI.
Mm-hmm.
Also, definitely you going listen to this record. You have to listen to this record.
Yeah, I was annoying about this one in 2021.
But I'm glad you did because it's
Yeah.
great. And where in their debut, it was unbridled chaos. Cavalcade feels like organized chaos, and
Hell
that
yeah.
adds to my enjoyment in a big way. Don't get me wrong. I liked the all over the place energy of Schlagenheim, but everything here feels a lot more put together and intentional. The instrumentals are fantastic throughout, ranging from the bombastic, wild moments on slow to the calmer and more traditional, like on the closer ascending forth.
Mm-hmm.
Greep's singing slash talking has more of a rhythm to it as well, actually feeling like it was meant to be there. Uh, Rather than like a puzzle piece that you had to like shove into place because it's not really supposed to be there. um but
Mm-hmm.
and it just to make it work, but this time felt very where it was supposed to be. Greep's weirdness is at home here.
Mm-hmm.
um uh I said this is a very good expansion to their sound, and I really liked every moment of it. Yeah, this is just great. I really fell in love with it after I think you Diamond Stuff was the first thing you had from them.
Probably. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, and I'll also always remember the story of your door dashing,
Oh my
your door
god.
dashing
I'm
with
glad
John
someone
L.
else remembers that. Yeah, I delivered.
Yes,
Sorry to interrupt your
no,
thing
no.
here, but I did deliver to someone named John L. because DoorDash never gave you the last name of a customer on Main Street one time when doing
Mhm.
DoorDash, and I really wish I took a screenshot of that because that was absolutely insane. Maybe I did take one. I don't remember, but
I feel like you might have.
yeah, it's probably there somewhere. Yeah, that was wild. Yeah.
Yeah. But my favorites on this are Slow, Ascending Forth, John 50, Diamond Stuff, and Dethroned. And I didn't have any least favorites either, and I also gave it a 9.
Let's go. You're a clone of me.
Great record. I am. I swear I didn't take the organized chaos thing from you. I had it written down.
No, it's okay.
Uh,
I feel like that's just like the best way to describe Black Midi organized
it
chaos.
really is.
Yeah.
But yeah, on to the last record
Mhm.
as a band with Hellfire in 2022. I said they just continued being on their bullshit right after Cavalcade.
Yeah.
This record is even more organized chaos than than last, with even more slower moments that just that hit just as hard as their wild ones that they'd become so accustomed to throughout their tenure. Even though this album only came out a year after, um, the feel uh, they feel even more. Sorry,
You're good.
this came out a year after. This feels even more polished in every aspect. The instrumentals feel so intricately put together, even at their wildest. Nothing feels out of place. A it's all just a what the fuck is that?
For
It
context,
just
dear
looks like
viewer, Colin's handwriting is hard for Colin to read.
yeah, like oh, it says again, just again organized chaos. Okay, it just
Okay.
looks like a bunch of fucking shapes. Here, I can take a picture of
Just a bunch of
it.
shapes.
Yeah,
You got
let me
bored
fucking
when writing.
let me show you what this again looks like. I'm sending it into the chat right
Yeah.
now. Yeah, it's the in the middle of the screen there. Uh,
I'm not even sure which one you're talking about.
it's underneath nothing, right in the
Oh,
middle of the
there's
screen.
nothing. Okay.
Uh, yeah,
Wow.
that's again, dude.
That literally looks like Hebrew. Like that looks like a sign I'd see in Israel when playing GeoGuessr.
Like you can see the beginning of organized next to it, and
Yeah.
that's what my G's look like a lot of the time, and that's kind of what that is, but it's more of just an S off this line.
Yeah.
Um, but anyway,
Restart that sentence because I don't remember what you're talking about.
yes. Uh, the instrumentals feel so intricately put together, even at their wildest. Nothing feels out of place. It's all just again organized chaos.
Mhm.
Um, these are my favorite performances by Grieve as well. While it's largely his same spiel, he's so intensely into everything here that it just makes it all work together that much more. I didn't think they'd be able to do it, but I may just enjoy Hellfire more than Cavalcade.
Mhm.
Um, there's just so much off of this that I loved. I love after the opener when it's got that whole like start your engines and get ready, and then it gets into like the soft guitars of
Yeah.
Sugar.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing. Uh, just I don't know, man. This one just was hitting harder than I thought it would. Didn't think they'd be able to overtake Cavalcade for me, but they did.
Mhm.
And my favorites on here are Welcome to Hell, Sugar/Zoo, Still, The Race is About to Begin, Eat Men Eat, and 27 Questions. I didn't have any of these favorites, and I gave it a solid.
All right. Nice. Um, yes, Hellfire 2022. Alas, we arrive at potentially the final Black Midi album, Hellfire. Um, and probably the last album. Oh, I don't know, we'll see. And with only 1 year between these albums, despite all odds, the trio come back with another banger and arguably their best work. What While I would call this record less cinematic than the last one, it's absolutely more theatrical than their other records. The whole thing feels like this fucked up stage play about various people getting sent to hell. Damn, it's really engaging all around. I really love how much this record adds in elements of pianos and woodwinds and such to create the theatrical sounds. And while Greep's lyrics are not always my thing, there's something about his sense of storytelling on this project and on his solo record that is super fun to dissect, despite how weird and fucked up he can get. He's very unique, that's for sure. The song structures on here are also super satisfying. I hesitate to call it more poppy, but in a lot of ways, I feel like this is the most accessible record of theirs to follow alongside. Maybe the storytelling helps with that endeavor, but even so, it's just absolutely a wild ride from start to finish. I've talked about how technically impressive the band is, but they never show it better than on Sugar Zoo, which is some of the speediest jazz fusion I think I've ever heard, while still being incredibly proficient and catchy. Welcome to Hell is another highlight, with some of the best songwriting on the record, dealing with the absolute horrors of war. I love the general progression of Eat Men Eat and how it builds into like the horrific, vulgar climax. And Jordy is in contention for the best living rapper with that 2 minute verse on The Race is About to Begin. Dude went absolutely nuts in that. And it's still surprising to me that he's actually saying coherent things during that whole entire verse. Like, it just sounds like he's rambling at like a high speed he can, but he's saying things. They're real. And yeah, there's very few things that I dislike about this record. And it's just a hell of a way to end their discography, pun intended. And my favorites on here are Sugar Zoo, Welcome to Hell, the first half of The Race is About to Begin, The Defense, Eat Men Eat, and Dangerous Liaisons. And my least favorite song is the second half of The Race is About to Begin. I just think it gets a little too slow and not really all that satisfying for me for the last like
Mm,
3 to 4 minutes of that song. But overall, I gave it a decent 9. I think it's a really, really, really great project, and I love it.
nice.
Nice. All right. Overall thoughts here on Black Midi. Black Midi was a phenomenal group while they lasted. Not only did they have a distinct blend of genres and influences, but their core formula was a recipe for greatness. From the insane drumming to the split song flavors of Greep and Cameron, to the willingness to expand and explore their sound. They left a lasting impression on all those who listened to them, and music nerds such as myself will be looking back on this 3 album run as evidence of when music used to be good. Um, while Black Midi may be Ivor, there's definitely an argument to be made about hanging up the towel without ever faltering as a band. All three of these projects managed to have distinct personalities and complement one another with a super consistent discography. Greep has continued to make impressive and interesting songs with his debut solo album last year. Morgan is currently drumming for Little Sims and is appearing on studio recordings here and there for some good artists. And Cameron is leading some new bands and doing small shows of his own solo stuff, which I have heard is quite good. I don't think there's like Spotify uploads of any of his stuff yet, but apparently it's very good. But publicly they seem to be good on good yet confusing terms. So maybe there's hope for the band getting back together in like 5 years to create some more music after they've spent some time apart, grown as people. Then again, that's how I imagined my last relationship would end up at some point too, and look where I am now. um,
Jesus.
Regardless, these 3 albums are incredible and have not really left my rotation since 2021. Maybe my music taste is a bit cooked, but I find these records to be super fun and immersive whenever I put them on, and they even work in a casual setting for me. I love this band, and I'm really glad we finally got around to them. Um,
Mm.
yes. What are your
Man,
thoughts? Oh,
if you're
sorry.
cooked, I'm cooked.
Yep.
Yes. Uh,
We'll be
yeah.
cooked together.
Aw, cute.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, for a band with mid in their name, they're anything but.
Nice.
Uh, I'm getting I'm getting to them about 3 years too late. But it's a damn it's a damn shame that Black Midi is no more. While they are definitely one of the sweethearts of online music nerds, they deserve that for being one of the most unique acts to have been around in at least our lifetime.
Hmm.
Um, they were so out there and different, and I feel will have inspired many people in the short 4 years they were around. Um, it's hard to write a lot about a band who was only around for such a short time,
Hmm.
but they were truly talented together, and those are albums that should be appreciated for being so unique and interesting. And they're definitely albums that I will be returning to more, as this has given me a new appreciation for them in general. And has also made me want to push myself to go listen to that Jordy Griep record because I still haven't.
I was gonna say that
Um,
at some point at the end of this.
yes. Need to go listen to that.
Hmm.
Especially with how much you gushed about it and how much the online music nerd community has talked about it as well.
Yes.
Um, but they're super cool, and I would love a reunion at some point. If we don't, then it's a great 3 album run uh that we get to enjoy forever now. But
Hmm.
it's great stuff. and I like them a lot. So,
Hell yeah.
but my album ranking is Hellfire, then Cavalcade, then Schlagenheim, and I gave them a late 9 overall.
Nice. And my ranking is Cavalcade, Hellfire, and Schlagenheim, and I also give them a light 9. Cavalcade and Hellfire are very close for me. I really like the cinematic stuff on Cavalcade and like all the dynamics and stuff.
Yeah,
But but they're both incredible. I love both of them.
no, they definitely.
Yes.
If you like weird jazzy prog rock type shit, I would go check them out if you haven't already. I'd be
Hmm.
surprised if you hadn't if you are into that stuff. But
Yeah.
if you're looking to expand your palette, this is a good place to do it, I
Hmm.
think.
I would agree. I'm not
So,
sure which.
yeah.
Probably Hellfire is probably the best one to start off with. Um,
Hmm.
like I said, I find it to be quote unquote the most accessible. It's obviously still very strange and all over the place, but
Yeah.
I think it's a little more inviting than like opening up a record with John 50,
Right. Yeah.
which I loved, but
But
I don't think that will be for everyone.
no. Yeah. It's a great song though.
Oh yeah,
But yeah.
hell yeah,
Cool.
sick. Well, I think we can get into song of the week here, and you're up
Hmm.
first,
Hmm.
Colin.
Well, though it is at the bottom of my list, there's a song off of Schlagenheim that I really fucking love. So I'm gonna go with "Boom Boom Boom" by Black Midi.
Nice.
That was "Boom Boom Boom" by Black Midi. What'd you think, Mike?
Uh, I'm glad you picked it. If you didn't pick it, I was going to. So yeah, that's
Good.
that's one of. I think that might be my favorite Black Midi song too. There's just something about that song that's so unique.
Mhm.
The fact that it's literally just playing one chord throughout the whole thing and repeating two different lyrics, and yet it can build on itself for 5 minutes and like be genuinely insane. I think just shows off the talents of the band better than anything else.
Yeah.
Can you guess what chord it is that they play throughout the song?
B minor.
It is. Congratulations. I thought that was so funny when I played it myself one time. I was like, "Oh my god."
That's hilarious.
um, but yeah, I think that's also the first song that I'll play whenever I go on a date next. I think that's a good. I think that's a good.
She
Uh,
moved to the power bus.
Oh, that's the other thing I want to say is I have never heard the phrase "move with a purpose" ever the same since the first hearing this song. Whenever I hear someone say that, I'm like, in my head, I just hear "with a purpose." It's so good. But yes, yeah.
I love, yeah, I love at the end when it's like that last after it blows up
Mhm.
and like all, the instrumental goes crazy. He says he says glorious purpose, but he doesn't even say glorious. He's like "Glorious purpose."
I'm not sure if I've ever noticed that before.
Yeah, he starts to say he goes purpose. And I fucking love it, dude. I hadn't heard this song before,
Yeah,
but I'm glad I finally did because god damn.
yeah,
Honestly, it might be my favorite that I heard throughout the discography as well. It's so unique, it's so interesting. Um, I just it instantly stood out
yeah,
um from the rest of the record and also just from what I had heard when I got to it. Um, and it's cool that it's the most played on Schlagenheim.
yeah.
But if you are wanting to expand your palette, maybe don't go with this one first. But
Or maybe two.
oh,
I don't
once you
know.
get a little taste, once you get a little taste of their sound, do this one because I think you'll really love it.
Yeah.
Um, it's it's so interesting.
Hmm.
But what do you go?
Just real quick, I'm not entirely sure of my Black Midi lore, but I
Mm.
do believe this song was like a single and like kind of blew up before Schlagenheim
Oh,
was out. Like I think it was kind of like a song that like people had heard and been like, oh, we need to pay attention to this band or whatever, and then they did Schlagenheim. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's how that came to be. So it was kind of like their I believe it was kind of like their inception into the music world a little bit. But Yes, yeah, great song. I was debating a lot about where I wanted to go with this. And I think ultimately what I decided is that like I was saying in my wrap up, I think one of the strongest things about this band is how well Cameron and Greep work off of each other. And so I kind of wanted to highlight my favorite Cameron song, uh, which is Slow off of Cavalcade. So I'm going with that. Slow. Black Midi. All right, that was Slow by Black Midi. What'd you think of that, Colin?
In the same vein, if I hadn't chose Boom Boom Boom, I would have chose Slow.
Let's go.
So I'm
Two peas
glad.
in a
I'm
pod here.
glad. Yeah, seriously, I'm glad they both got highlighted because Slow is my second favorite song, probably.
Yeah.
It's just damn good. I love ever since I first listened to the record, I loved that saxophone
Mm-hmm.
in there. I love how like interesting and kind of loud a lot of the instrumental is at point, especially when dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun. Those that part is fantastic. But I love the juxtaposition of
Yes.
Cameron. Yes,
Cameron.
Cameron's vocals, which are just soft and kind of like in the background. A lot of it. Um, it's just it's very it's very them, honestly. And if you were to look for a first song to hear by them, I might go with "Slow" for you
Yeah. Yeah.
because it shows their bombastic nature as well as their um they could do like a slow, softer, more melodic thing with singing and such. That one for Cameron, and then "Boom Boom Boom" for Greep.
Yep.
Treat yourself. Um,
Treat yourself.
it's a great song. I love it.
Yeah, yeah, I love that song too. It's one that low key gives me some existential dread sometimes when I listen to it, just
Mm.
because of like the vocal performance and like what the lyrical content's about and how it comes to an end and everything. I think there's a lot of stuff to it though that I just really love. Like I said, like the cinematic nature of Cavalcade is one of the things that pulls me towards that record a lot. And this song just takes you on its own journey throughout the whole thing, and like it's dark and twisted but also really serene at points and kind of pretty as well, and then super jazzy at other points. And like I love all the rhythms going on. I love all the chord stuff going on because I'm a fucking nerd. And the way it just like builds on itself, and it feels like its own complete like masterpiece of a song. And I really like when tracks do that, when they just feel like their own thing. And I think it does it super well, and Cam gives a really haunting vocal performance on there. Like he's not doing anything like super crazy, but just those whispery like low vocals, like just they sound like death. It's so good. I love it. Um,
Yeah,
and yeah, it's a really cool song. I love that one a lot. Um,
too.
I was going between that one and Welcome to Hell because I feel like that also is one that should be highlighted that for some reason we never did.
Mike,
But you
let me
know,
tell you, that was my third option.
yep.
So,
And then John 50 after that, fourth option.
I if I had gone past three, John 50 probably would have been on there.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
We need four people on this podcast so we can highlight them.
Let's get Black Midi on the pod. Let's have the reunion
Yeah,
here
yeah.
at
Reunion
Broken
on Broken
Boys.
Boys. Black Midi X Broken Boys. Let's get it trending. And yeah. Yep. Well, I think unless you got anything else to add, I think we're all good to transition to the end.
Yeah, I think we're all good.
Alrighty. Well, thank you all for listening to this analysis of artist analysis, you could say, of Black Midi. We do this every 5 episodes. It's a fun little thing where we just take a deep dive into people's discography, artists usually. And yeah, if you're listening on streaming services, we thank you very much. We love you to death. One should say, one will say. I had a hiccup there. Ugh. All good. But you can come on over to YouTube where you can see our beautiful profile pictures. You can see me and my EP surrounded by Bing Bong. Um, I'll say in honor of the new update, even though this has been my look for the last like month, if not more. And
Yeah.
Colin over here, rocking the Clancy fit.
Yep.
Not even, well, it is Clancy, but that's not Clancy anymore. You know,
No.
if you catch my drift.
But he's holding a nice balloon,
He
so.
is holding a nice balloon, and when I'm not tabbed in, it is just a nice balloon, and there's not the scary animation that goes with it. Um,
Ooh.
there it is. Um, yes, you can come see those over on YouTube. But also on YouTube, there's links to a whole bunch of stuff. That song of the week playlist, that little segment we just did, we got a whole bunch of songs in three different places. We got one down there for me, one for Colin, and one for both of us combined. And in those playlists, you can find "Slow" by Black Midi, as well as "Bum Bum Bum" by Black Midi, as well as a few other Black Midi songs. I didn't really highlight them too much after 2021, but like I said, they've consistently stayed a great band for me. There's a few Geordie songs in there too,
Mhm.
and yeah, go check that out. A whole bunch of other stuff in there as well. We've been doing that every week. Um, as for personal stuff, for me, I make music under the name of Plaintive, like I said. Well, I didn't say that part, but I make music, and my EP that came out a couple months ago called Cyclicism. You should go check it out. Put a lot of love into
Banger.
that. Uh, More stuff on the way. Uh,
Yes.
yes, at some point. I once again, I gotta stop hyping that up, but like there are things are happening. Like it won't be nothing from me. After Cyclicism. But yes, that anyways, that's on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listen to stuff. And I also have my Instagram down there. I have my album of the year page where I rate and review music. I also have my Instagram down. Did I already say that? I might have said that already. I don't know. I have my Instagram down there and my YouTube page, and that's all I can think of right now. Um, oh boy, I can't really insert myself into a Black Midi album cover, can I?
Not really.
That's a lot of chaos on there. Actually, you know what? It's unoriginal, but you know what? We're gonna do it. Uh, you and I, viewer, we're on the cover of Hellfire. Both just chilling. I'm the guy kind of further in the background, just staring at you behind you. We're just chilling on uh some sort of seat, probably next to a lake. We're caught in this avant-garde picture, and we don't know how we got here. And I'm just looking at you, dear viewer, for uh consolidarity. I think I used that word correctly. And that's us. We are there. Good luck, Colin. I'm sorry. And Colin over here, he runs our socials. He runs our Twitter page, where he updates when videos are posted, as well as updates whatever else needs to be updated. Um, he also runs our TikTok page and our Instagram page, where he posts clips of us having a gaff, being silly guys.
Tee.
Teehee teehee. And he also has some personal stuff too. Well, first off, go support those things for sure. And then he also has a couple personal stuff too. He has an album of the year page where he rates and reviews music, but he's also
Mhm.
got a letterbox where he rates and reviews movies. And there's some new reviews up there to go check
Yes,
out.
for friendship and warfare. Go check them
Hell
out.
yeah. All's fair in love and war. Love your friends. And Colin, what did you come up with this week for?
Well, uh, so if you
Sorry.
look at the album cover for Hellfire,
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
I can't believe you didn't recognize me because I'm the other guy sitting in the seat.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Um, but there's a little being coming out right next to the person who's supposed to be you on the
Uh-huh.
left. There's like a being coming
Okay.
out of whatever water that is,
Yeah.
and that's our dear viewer coming to join us.
Okay.
They saw us from across the hell, and
Across the hell.
and they'd be like, "Oh my god, Broken Boys! I I saw you from across the room in
Mm.
hell, and I can't believe you made it here with me. I would have thought at least Mike would go to heaven." Um, I'm like, nope. You obviously haven't listened to enough of the podcast.
I've turned my back on God.
But now you have enough time, that being eternity, to listen to the rest of it and see why he's here. And they're gonna say, well, while we're here, can I get that thing that you guys do at the end of every episode? And be like, hey, of course. So we're both gonna get up out of our nice seats to embrace this being, with me in front, Mike in the back, and that being in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to embrace them front and back. I'm gonna look over their shoulder at Mike in this new hell that we will be in forever from now on. And I'm going to smooch Mike right on the lips, right on the little lips there.
They're
It's
average.
gonna make my heart go. It's gonna make my heart go boom, boom, boom. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not going slow
Mm-hmm.
or still. It's
I
going
hope
boom,
not.
boom, boom. um, and that kiss is gonna make me say, you know what? Welcome to hell, nah. Welcome to heaven. I get to
Mm,
spend it with my buddy Mike for eternity.
hell yeah.
And this embrace is what we like to call the love cage. If you would like your very own love cage, all you must do, dear viewer, is drop your address in the comments below. We will find you. You won't know when, you won't know where, but we will find you and give you your very own love cage. So drop that addy, folks.
Mm-hmm. And then I look at Colin. I'm like, that's diamond stuff right there.
My boner.
What?
My hard boner.
Oh yeah, diamond stuff. Diamond
It's hard as a
encrusted
diamond.
cock ring or something.
Yeah, I was just saying how hard my penis is because
Oh,
I kissed you. But...
that works too. We'll see you next week, dear viewer.